deep learning is a form of learning where the computer is kind of mimicking the way the human brain works. It's inspired by the human brain. And the computer will create an interconnected network based on the patterns that it observed in language. And the output of this deep learning process is something called a language model. So we're using language models to model the way that we speak, and that in turn leads to machine translation. So the hot topic in our field that probably our listeners are well aware of is something called large language models, or LLMs. And a great example of that is ChatGPT. That's kind of the one that people are most familiar with, but there are many others. They're coming on the scene daily. It's a big area, and I'm very excited to come to work because this is what I get to tackle every day. But LLMs, what they do is they have consumed a lot of language, learned the patterns, as I said, and they're able to predict the next word or word sequence based on what it's already learned. And in fact, LLMs seem to have an innate ability to learn to translate without being explicitly told to do that. And LLMs' abilities are growing every day. We have certain machine translation models called neural machine translation. They came on the scene in about the year 2015, roughly, and they've been very successful, and those are the kinds of models that we use today. But LLMs are getting better and better at translation, so part of my job is to research the latest algorithms and models to see what we might be able to use at NSA, and to work with academia and companies to come up with the best solution for us. One thing we're proud of in our Computer and Analytic Sciences Research Group is a culture of evaluation. We're focused on evaluations to see how well our programs are working. And we have a history of doing language model evaluations going back to speech processing and now for machine translation. And what we want to do is make sure that when these programs are in use by analysts, that analysts can have confidence in them. Because it's very important that we get things right. We must get things right for the nation. And so if our analysts are not confident in it, then they won't be a useful tool for them.